Hi everybody, happy Friday. Before finals week, we can do it. We're almost there. I know this semester has been hard, but we can definitely finish strong here this last like 3 or 4 days. So I am currently not on Zoom because I'm driving back to Chicago. We did cancel our family Thanksgiving, and so I've been self-quarantining to this past week or so, and I'm driving back to spend a little extra time around with my parents. So I will actually be in Chicago when I'm giving you your final exam. So I'm sorry I'm not here today, but really what we have to do is pretty quick and easy, so hopefully you can finish up in shorter than we normally would on Zoom anyways. All right, on the agenda for today, where you normally get your Zoom link, hopefully, right now I'm making this video, so it's not linked there, but this is hopefully where you found the video for today. These are the things you need to accomplish in order for your attendance to be taken. So the first one is your goal assignment. Then you're gonna look at your progress check grade and retake it if necessary. You're gonna double check the information on the interim, and then if you have not submitted your bathroom pass, you're gonna do that. So a couple quick little details for you to make things easier. All right, for your goal assignment, really you're looking at your grade in the interim category because the covalent bonding quiz that you're going to take during the final exam class period is an interim. And so in order for your grade to go up, you need to score higher than what your average is just in the interim category. For example, if I have a 75% in the interim category, I need to score higher than a 75 for my grade to go up. So you're going to set goals based off that average. Less important is your average in the class right now, because really that's the grade that's going in is the interim category. So we want to score higher than that category, and that will make our overall grade go up. This assignment, you will type your answers directly into Canvas. It must be done by 3:10 today, and this is how I take your attendance. So if you don't do it, not only are you losing the points, but you also will be marked absent today. Please note as well that many assignments from this unit, like the bonding discussion, the progress checks, they close today at midnight. And I am not going to reopen them because we are starting finals week next week. So you need to complete any missing assignments through Canvas by today at midnight. All right, on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your cohort, you should have taken the Unit 5 Progress Check number 2 Lewis structures. If you're cohort B, it says cohort B. If it's cohort A, yours says cohort A. Underneath the progress check, there is a remediation version. So you should see now, because it is Friday, I'm recording this a little early, that this version is linked for you because I've already graded your first attempt. If you forgot to do your first attempt, you need to do this first version and wait till it is graded before you can do the remediation. And again, we're kind of close to the wire here. Some of these assignments are going to close, so stay on top of things for me. But again, if you're not happy with your first grade, you can take the remediation version. Don't take the same one again, take the remediation version. Next, I want you to look at the covalent bonding interim information. So here is what's going to be on your quiz. Classify a chemical if it's ionic or covalent, similar to the beginning of progress check 1, 2 nonmetals are covalent. Count the number of valence electrons, so you should have your periodic table labeled, each column with the correct number of valence electrons. If not, chat with someone in our class and get that information written on your periodic table. Draw a Lewis structure for simple elements. So if you have something with 4 valence electrons, you're going to put 4 dots around that element symbol. Write the name of covalent compounds given the formula, so using the prefixes, drop the ending, add IDE. Write the formula when given the name, so using the prefixes to write subscripts or those little numbers. Draw Lewis structures for covalent compounds, so this is where we do the bonds. We keep track of the valence in our piggy bank. Identify bonds as polar, covalent, or nonpolar, so I look at the electronegativities and subtract. And once I know that answer after the subtraction, that tells me, based off the range, if it's polar or nonpolar. Nonpolar, 0 to 0.4, because they're sharing equally. Polar covalent will be 0.5 to 1.6-ish. Again, that's a little blurry. We can also look at nonpolar. And then finally, a CER conclusion paragraph like you learned about in the Ed Puzzle this week. All right, for the interim, you are allowed to use your periodic table, a calculator, because you might need it for subtracting electronegativities and adding up valence electrons, and something to write with. So no notes are allowed for this interim, just your periodic table with the things we've labeled together in class, like valence electrons. Okay, you must have a working camera and microphone, no exceptions. I will not open the quiz for you if you do not have a camera and microphone. So you need to problem solve and find a way to have these things for our final exam. Okay. You will have a 60-minute time limit, which should be more than enough time. And then when you finish, you're going to take a survey for me that reflects on how you did this semester, but also gives me some ideas of how to make the class better for next semester. Miss Butler, you didn't give me a study guide. Well, good thing it's just an interim, so there's a reason there's no study guide. It's only 2 weeks worth of materials, all of Unit 5. So here's what you should study. Progress check 1 and 2. Those are just practice problems, similar to what you'll see on the quiz. The naming molecular compound POGL. The covalent bonding practice packet from Monday and Tuesday's Zoom call. The answer key is posted. That's with all those Lewis structures. You have Cornell notes from 3 ed puzzles. Ionic versus covalent, that has this stuff about electronegativity and how to find polar and nonpolar. Covalent bonding and Lewis structures, and then the bonding CER paragraph that you watched on Monday or Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday in class, we did review stations. If you didn't get to all of them, those are posted with the answers as well. So all of these things put together is your study guide. Here is the final exam schedule. If you need a screenshot, A and B cohorts will be all together. So all of first period, A or B, will be Monday, and then same with second and third. Tuesday is 4, 5, 6, and Wednesday is 7, 8, and if you have a 0 hour, 0 hour. Last but not least, if you have not turned in your bathroom pass extra credit, you need to do that. Please make sure you have your name written on there in something more permanent than pencil. So pen, marker, crayon, don't really care. Put your name on the top, and then you submit a picture of the entire page if you have not already. All right, hopefully by the time you're watching this, I'm all ready to Omaha, Nebraska. I always say the worst part about Nebraska is Iowa, because basically you drive through Nebraska and you're like, sweet, that was the biggest, longest, most boring state. And then you get to Iowa, and Iowa is really only like 50 miles shorter than Nebraska, and it looks just the same. So mentally, you're kind of like, oh, wow, I still have a long way to go. But hopefully I'm heading to Iowa or through Iowa right now on my way to Chicago to see my family. And I wish you the best of luck studying. Don't forget to do that goal setting assignment that by 3:10 today, that is how I'm taking your attendance. See you during finals.